Okay, this one looks like it's using all the parts. So this is the one that's going to oscillate 2. Now when I hover over it, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, so then if you add a second layer, I'm using an external synthesizer. If you add a second layer to double the fundamental note you're playing. Now, I have my pitch bend mapped right now, plus or minus 1 semitone only. So if you were going to do, like, play the same 2 notes and do half step up, half step below, okay, that's just playing the 2 notes. Now I'm going to do half step up after the first one and half the step whatever. Except I'm lip bending it too and I'm messing it up. So the second layer is just this. This is the Uno Synth over here. So I can put some reverb tail on now, or delay, I think both, but anyway. Okay, that's probably too much. I'm going to turn off the room mic. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now I got voice again. The cool thing about the setup, if I'm using the Diosynth for the rotator sound, get the output control on it, and then you're layering it with an external synthesizer, then it's really nice because then you can bring in the chord layer or whatever too. So if I was doing okay, let's say I was playing for real. I mean, I am playing for real, but okay, I'm switching it to the atmospheric thing on my lead. Okay, I maxed out the Diosynth level there, and when I was playing the really low notes on the controller, it's like hitting like subsonic stuff almost, and it's gonna. I'm playing through a little computer speaker over there, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't like that at all. I mean, it's trying, but actually, I might have it layered with my stereo too. Now I think about it, but anyway, that's why it's tricky to get this stuff in the room when I have a microphone on because it screws everything up. But anyhow, that's what I'm doing. I'm messing around with this. Sorry, it took me a few minutes to kind of figure out what I was doing with the stupid um, yeah. Now I know why I haven't really messed around with the different LFO settings in the rotator patches on the Diosynth. It's like anything but user friendly to figure out how to do this. Because I don't know why the one patch, even when I copied over all the settings, I was getting no sound on part two. So, the way the splits are, it's like part one's two oscillators, part two is two oscillators. And if you're trying to do something more involved, like when you get to the original raise kind of stuff, it's more polyphony. So, um, but I think using this other patch, I got kind of close to maybe what you were hearing in the one video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this and then I can send you a link. Um, actually, I like this sound, but yeah, I need to probably tweak it a little bit later. I never mess around with the oh, got some kind of buzz going over there. I never mess around with the rotator stuff too much, really, in live sets or whatever. Um, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because it was Mike's thing and other reasons too. But it is kind of fun, um, to sneak in a little bit of that. I got to do a 20-minute live set for the synth event. And I'm basically going to do like the meat of it is going to be like what I would do in between the organized pieces when I just drift off into space and improvise or whatever. But I'm going to come out of something at the beginning and I'm going to go into something at the end. And somewhere in the middle, it would be fun to sneak in a couple of minutes of a little rotator jam if I work something up. Um, I'm sure people would love that. And I think the people from ASM are going to be at this event too. So um, I know I need to practice more with this as a controller. Um, but it would be cool to do that because like the way I used to do rotator stuff, if I ever did it, was in software. So I would either do it on my laptop using the Robbie Kilgore rotator MIDI plugin thing, or on my iPad. There's a an app that runs scripts that works really good. But actually being able to do the chord sounds in the Diosynth layered with an external synth, and then you can control the level. That actually seems really effective because it's kind of cool to go from not having the chord sounds to bringing them in and bringing them back out. If I was doing it in software, I'd probably be using a foot pedal to do it, but I can just use the volume control on here, which is what I was doing when I was playing. I played without the chords and then brought them in. So I got this saw lead. Yeah, I don't know what the buzz is from. Probably because I'm plugged into different devices. It's probably a ground loop because I don't have any noise filter on the Diosynth, so that's probably where I'm getting it. It's probably coming from that. I could fix it real quick, but I'm not going to now. So that's just the Uno Synth. It's a saw lead, and then I turned up the resonance before manually.